All right, hello everyone. So today is Thursday, so let's take a look at what's going on here. Now, this is gold. These were the Astro hours yesterday, right from the opening pivot. Market goes up. We talked about these levels before. The market went slightly above, fell back down into the Astro hours back at the opening, going back again up to the Astro hour, selling off, up to the Astro hour, selling off, up to the Astro hour, selling off, up to the same place, 2030, selling off. Now, today's Astro hours, let me put them up. Now we're doing gold. I've already put the Astros in the members area. I want you to take a pen and paper and write these down. Once the market, okay, at the Astro hour is 4:45. If the market turns at that hour, I put a post in there. I said, if the market turns, it should carry on, okay, and it should push forward, okay. For gold, we've got hours at, again, this is specifically for gold, 8:10. The market should be in a rush. It should have a lot of energy. It should disrupt the market and it should continue until closing. All right, this is for gold. So if we're at a good low place, this is not a bad spot. The previous day's low is not a bad spot. Okay, so these are okay for us to kind of like get into Action Jackson mode. Also, remember, Thursday's a swing day for gold. On the daily, we're down here. All right, so Thursday could be a nice swing up. Okay, now the first support is 52. That's 2016. If that is to happen, we should not break 2016. I'm just going to put a line there. 2016. We should not break 2016. Okay, here. So if the market does dip down and start pushing up, we need to go up with it and we need to follow it through, okay, because it's a good pullback, to follow it through into there. There's room here. If we go down and then push up, we should sell back down, but this could be a good push up, and in my opinion, it should be. Now, where to go there as a price target, okay, if they do go up. If it breaks down, it's going to be a different story. If it goes up, we should at least go back up there. Okay, so 2071 or there. All right, so we should go up. It should be a good push up at least, because this is where the market opened up. It might even go higher to kind of test it out, because this is the wick. It's a big wick, as you can see. So that's how it is. If it breaks down, okay, then it's a different ball game. Then it's going to be like, well, we're going to have a breakdown. Okay, so the market went up and we're having a breakdown. So this is Tuesday. Remember, we had Tuesday and Thursday. So the market made a low on a Tuesday. So if you went up on Wednesday, you would have been good. If the market is now coming back down and then we go up again, Thursday going up would be great. We can just follow that through. Thursday could, if it pushes up, can also make a swing high, for then Friday we can pull down. Okay, does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. If you learned stuff from me, it should make sense. All right. So Astro hours, buying the lows is not a bad idea. Now for gold, like I said, I've posted the dates already. Okay. You could wait till New York if you want, or you could wait till the morning. The morning hours are also good. This is also an okay location, but the market dipping, coming down to the lows is a better option. This was also an hour, which I've already marked it in. This is just, at 7 a.m. my time. So I'm doing the video. This has already happened, but the next hours are around here. So if we muck around here, if we dip down here, those are like levels to go. This is also the previous week's low. If we come down here, you want to be a buyer. Okay. SP 500. Now I've got some special hours for SP 500 as well. On top of the hours that I gave you on the website members area, you must note, okay, that's already there. You got to note, well, I've already put them there actually. Okay, I've already put the SP 500 up there. It's included in that session over there. The 6:30, okay, the 6:30 to 8 o'clock is actually SP 500 specific, okay, and that's basically it. So this I'm going to just put next to it in brackets. I'll make a note there. Okay, SP 500 specific. Then I'll close that off. Okay. Here I've put that into brackets there. Okay, so that should be fine for you to check it out. All right, so what were we talking about with the SP 500? What did I say yesterday? I said, guys, if we tap in, we must sell off, okay? And if you did that, you would have been okay. Now, remember also on Monday, I gave you the swing days for that, Monday and Tuesday, okay? So that's Monday, okay? Monday, Tuesday. So Monday, it did it. Wednesday's a retest. And if you sold, okay, that was the Astro Hour. Remember, I said you could also sell up here in this zone at Astro Hours. Why? Because I said those are the highs where they sold off. Okay, so testing the highs of last week, the day before, they're all an option market came up, went higher than the day before because the opening was there. Okay, well, it didn't go higher, but the opening was there. Kind of went into there. That's your Astro Hour, and it just crashed afterwards right into that target zone. All right, so that's fine, no problemo. That just proves we want to be selling. Okay, now remember also I've been mentioning the Christmas hype. Be careful for that. You don't want to be screwed over on that. Now the same kind of thing here. Put your Astro Hours there. What we want to do is to sell off. If the market goes back up again, it's okay for us to sell. Now remember, this is a strong low. The market has swept the stops yesterday, but market has got pricing which closed below, okay, the previous day's low. So we've closed below there, okay, which is there. It was just under, okay. So, I'm more shortish on this. All right, I'm more inclined to short, and I want the market to come down. We've got room to come down. I've marked these in, so we are coming back. Okay, so just need to be careful about that Christmas rally. If it doesn't happen over Christmas and New Year, we'll see it happening in January. So this is why we need to be a bit careful, and the market will come back. Okay, there is no way around it. So we are going to come back right into this zone. I don't even want to draw it. It's just we're coming back down basically. All right, so these are all levels we're going to come back to. And that's basically it, right? So selling the highs is okay. A good buy kiss is a bit too up there. 74,597 is a level. 4,597. Okay, if it goes up, you can check it out again. And you could be in sell mode, all right? Once again, the hours to look out for, like going to be good hours, are going to be New York opening, like 4:45 my time is going to be unique for this. It's going to be good for this as well. It's going to be good for gold as well, but this as well. So I've got 4:15 there, but that should be 4:45. I'll just make sure. Oops, 4:45. I'm just going to correct that. So just update yourselves. And 45. Okay. Updated the website as well. All right. So from 3:50 to 4:45. It's the hour zone there. So you could have two swings in that period as well. The market could retest a low or a high and then reverse from there. So classic New York opening. Okay. That's that. So any up move, okay, if we're up there, you could sell it off. On the daily, you can see we've got room to come down into that 4,514 all the way down to 4,504. That target's already done. 57, here's 4,540. 4,540 is there. If we break below this, okay, which we can do, on the pullbacks, you can sell off as well. Okay, so if we break especially the low of the previous week low, okay, that's good. Any push up, want to sell down. In any case, I'm short on the indices, like I've been saying. The highs you can sell off. All right. Euro dollar, same kind of thing. Now with the euro dollar, Tuesday and Wednesday, where I was expecting a swing day. All right, so Tuesday and Wednesday. So we are now on Thursday. The market has like come down, and the target I gave yesterday was 1.0760, which the market did. If you went and bought the lows, okay, off the market yesterday, expecting the market to push up, you did the right thing, despite the fact that it went a little lower, but we anticipated this low. This is not a surprise for us. Now look, these are the Astro hours. Market goes down into 1.0760. If you bought here, you would have been okay. You should be okay. Right, to follow this up. Not to mention right now we are at 7 o'clock is there, an Astro time zone where the market can pick up. If you've learned financial astrology from me, you would have been ready for this setup. Now the Astro hours yesterday were here, but the value was here. The other thing is, if yesterday, because of the swing day phenomena, if you went long on the support, which is here, all right, these are the things. I'm just going to make this video a little longer than usual so that you guys get the idea. This is the low of the day before. So if you went long on the low of yesterday at the Astro hour, you would have been long here. Okay. If you got stopped out, that is unfortunate. Okay, but sometimes it does happen. Okay, but at the end of the day, this zone and this low here, this was your buy zone. Okay, so if you went long here and you got stopped out, it would have been a really small stop out. If you went to the lower time frame and waited for a reaction, and then on the smaller time frame went in the retracement with your stop loss under this low, you would have been okay. There are ways to trading, and that's just how it is. Sometimes we go straight in after the Astro hour at the appropriate price, and you get stopped out. Or if your stop loss was a bit more further down, you would have been okay as well. But this was okay. Then it went up to this Astro hour here. You should have been okay. Now look again, market sells off there. Okay, if you sold off again here, you should have been okay. If you sold off here at the high, because we expect the market sold here, so if you want to follow it down, you would have been okay as well. If you bought here as well, that's a different story. You should be okay at the moment. You would have taken at least enough to cover the trade. All right, so these things are worth mentioning, because there are people who haven't learned from me and they are members of the community. So we just need to make sure we clarify situations, especially if I have a PST target. You must be careful with that PST target. Okay, PST does not muck around. Now we've got room to come down. Also remember, I'm saying that for days, I'm saying we got room to come back down, and we will be coming down. All right, so as you can see, the market also has not made any gaps in the most recent days. There's only a gap up here, as you can see, which let me mark it in for you. So sooner or later, we should get up here as well. But that could take some time. The market's not in a rush, okay? So in any case, though, if the market does reverse from the lows, we should have a retracement going up. On the weekly, you can see we've got room to come down, and I talked about this 1.0758, and on the PST, that's where it was. So the market coming down exactly at the 58. Actually, if you take a look, this is 58. Okay, and the low here was 0.7594, so it's pretty accurate. Okay, so the market coming down into that level, I always give a few pips up, so we don't want to be a bit conservative. 0.760 is done here, so a bit of a push up is okay here. You can cover the trade on the daily. This is going to be a place where the market will meet some resistance. There are not a lot of gaps here, maybe this little baby here, but at the end of the day, it's tricky. Okay, so the market might want to go up a little bit, test the previous day high, previous week low. From these levels, you can sell off again. All right, you can sell off again, and that's basically it. Okay, but buy the lows. You're going against the trend, so be smart. Use proper money management. Let's take a look at Dow Jones, Nasdaq, Bitcoin. Okay, so here's Dow Jones. Now, Dow Jones, this was an astral yesterday. As you can see, the market just dashed up and then boom, down again. All right, so if you take a look at the daily, that's it, basically market going back up, sweeping everyone. They're just terrorizing everyone right now. So this should keep going down. We want to sell down, but I've been saying so since the beginning of the week. All right, so any push up, you should be in there. Now, your technical analysis should tell you where to sell. Okay, if we're at Astra hours, if at the highs, great. And look at this. Look, the market sweeps the stop losses because everybody's stop loss is there from Friday and Monday. Sweeps the stop losses, closes below. That should give you a sign. Okay, you see that bar there? It's sweeping, but it's closing below. It's going up, but closing below the high. Okay, and then it's just falling off, as you can see. All right. So what to do? Well, look, we're at the support today. Look at that. On the daily, we're right there, 74.98, which is 36.038. So support for today. And you can see that target was made yesterday. So the market goes up and then they sell off right into there. This was a bit tricky. If you got stopped out here, I don't blame you, but it shouldn't have been a big deal. It shouldn't have been a big loss, okay, because our stop losses are pretty tight. If I was trading Dow yesterday, um, yeah, I might have been stopped out as well because I don't keep stop losses too far out. Okay, or I might have just waited to see if we get a reaction on the smaller time frame to go back up. But sometimes I just enter, sometimes I just wait for that reaction to happen. But the tops and the bottoms, you need to understand it will get choppy. So let's get rid of that. 36.038 was it? Let's just recap. 36.038. 36.038. All right, so this is the low of the day. They've broken slightly below it, closed under it. That's fine. That's the low of yesterday. That's the previous day's low. So the market should retrace up a little bit from here. It's 7 o'clock. Is going to be 6 o'clock here, which is that bar there. Okay, and that 6 o'clock is not bad. And then we've got 7:40 on the next one, which is on the platform. It's 7:40. All right, let's make it 7:45. So this zone, we should see the market pushing up a little bit in towards the lunchtime. Okay, so the market should at least go up into the daily pivot or that zone. There's a bit of a gap here, so we should cover that up. Okay. And then what? And then we should expect the market to sell as well. You know, any up move we want to sell down, as I've been saying. So if the market goes back up again, closes the gap, pushes down at Astra hours, it's doable. Selling here, previous week's high, previous day's high. If we come back into this zone as well, I think it is also sellable, as you can see. Nasdaq, same kind of thing, guys. Look, yesterday I said this is a good buy kiss zone here. If you marked it in, nearly touched it and pretty much on the zone there, and then the market is selling off. Now we're at support here. So if we go back up again, want to be selling on the weekly as well. You can see the market's just pushing down. This is how we want to see it going all the way back down. We've got a lot of room to cover down here, and we will be back. All right, it's just going to come back. Now, being here, if the market pushes up, the support is 50.10, 15.763. 15.763 is right there. Okay, so what we don't want to be doing, okay, is obviously selling at the lows, right? So we don't want to be doing that. If the market breaks below the low of yesterday or below the low of this 2 days ago, Okay, any up move we want to sell, but in any case, if we go up, I want to sell, obviously, right? So this is how it is. And also, if you take a look at what happened yesterday, it would have been blah blah. This is your Astro hour there, market going up slightly and then just pushing down. But I talked about the weekly pivot, and I said you could sell at the weekly pivot. If you did that, you should have been okay. All right, so if you sold here, your stop loss obviously should have been a little bit higher and not just on top of it, but this was the zone. See, nice little push up right into the weekly pivot and pushing down. Now if we go up the daily pivot or slightly higher, again retesting this gap here is a place where the market can sell off. This level needs to be broken. If it breaks down, then any push up you want to sell off again. Okay, if you do so, you got targets below, as you can see, and they're quite low there. So note these down, and that 30 is way down, so it'll only wave down there. So if we do go up, selling is not a bad option at all. All right, and that's how it is. And remember, Nasdaq is a swing day Thursday. All right, so swing day Thursday, the market can really push down and bring us back down into this zone before picking up the pieces again. All right, so just mark these levels in, and that's it. All right, and the sell zone, like I said, if we end up here or back up here again, you can sell off at Astro hours. If it breaks below this and pushes back up to here or here or here, then you're selling again at Astro hours. Just be mindful, because we do have some action jacks and aspects coming in, especially for gold, okay, in the evening, my evening that is, which should push the market to like really, disruptive levels, okay. And then Bitcoin, here we are, radio, and I said you could probably wait for these days to come in. So these are the days when you can expect some reversal to happen with Bitcoin as well. So just mark those days in your calendar. If the markets are high, these are the days when you can like kind of push them down again. If it goes down into these days, then it'll probably pick up a little bit going into those and then selling off again. So you need to just obviously follow things through. Will Bitcoin go higher? We will get to that. I think I drew this before. Let me just see. This is a trend line, but it's definitely a planetary one, but I just have to see which one it is. Okay, as you can see, it's a trend line which starts from here and it's going all over the place when it comes to numbers, because it is a planetary trend line. Okay, so we will get there sooner or later, but I wouldn't be buying the highs. As you know, I'm expecting a discount in spring. So if you want to buy and hold, you can wait for that.